So how did you get introduced to the world of cruising and being a performer on a cruise ship?
So I actually got my cruise ship agent of all times during the year 2020.
Oh, why wouldn't you? I mean,
Why wouldn't
that's
I?
the perfect time. There was so much work, so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're in your house, that is, you know?
Oh, it's super exciting.
So much fun. I think I had applied for this cruise ship agent and I had told her, hey, I also am dating this guy who's like a dancer who does Malambo. And so I was in chats with her. I had interviews with her. They ended up signing me. And then they were kind of like, well, everything's up in the air right now.
Wow, because of everything that was going on in the world.
They were like, we have no clue when or where or what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine they wanted to have all their ducks lined up. So the second things open.
Actually, one of my friends from Japan, she was offered a contract. She had auditioned for them in Osaka. They had offered her a contract, and she was like, done rehearsals. They were loading the costumes onto the ship. And then they said, sorry, gotta go home. We don't know what's going on.
Your agent introduced you to celebrity or the world of cruising and entertaining on a cruise ship, correct?
Yes. I think I just sent her different videos of me singing, like, you know, the cruise ship audition classics. It was like Alone by Heart, and I don't even know what the other song was. There are a couple, like Natural Woman, you know.
Yeah,
the fan favorites.
Oh, the fan favorites.
For some of the cruise lines, she would be like, hey, can you prepare this specific song or whatnot?
Sure.
She called me. Yeah, she goes, I have an offer for you for Celebrity. And it was for the first cast of the Celebrity Solstice after COVID. Like,
I can't even imagine how many people applied, especially coming back, everybody that wanted to work. And so there must have been so many applicants. And for you to get selected, they must have just saw something great. Well, you are great, but they must have saw something because we know the amount of applicants that they get.
Yep.
And this is your first cruise. So let's talk about that. Okay, so you get accepted. What's the next move?
I think obviously I had to fill out paperwork for just the company and go through all of their trainings. I had to do a medical exam. Actually, for Celebrity, they don't pay for it. So that was out of pocket. It was like almost $1,000, I think, something like that.
Wow.
But
okay,
if you're on a ship, when it's time to renew, I think they only charge you like $100 to do it. And it's way less, extensive.
So you pass the medical, then what is the next step?
We had rehearsals on the ship instead of in Miami, which is normally they have them in Miami. Because we were the first cast on that ship post-COVID, there were no guests on for about 2 months. The actual space to rehearse in, which was
That's
very
amazing.
cool. I actually, because of my medical, it was delayed. I did not start rehearsals for about a month after the fact.
Oh my God. You probably had to jump through hoops for that one, right?
So they were sending me the music. They were sending me, the vocal director was sending me things. I had to learn like at least 2 of the shows, the music and everything on my own. And then once I got there, they had already blocked 2 of the shows and some of the theme nights. They were like, all right, Karisa, we're just going to like quickly go through this for you. There's videos. You can just watch those to find out the blocking and the dance and the choreography. And like, it is what it is. So I had to learn like a whole 45-minute show in, I want to say like 2-3 days.
It's really tough. And people don't realize, unless you're in the entertainment world, that is really not being on the stage, not being around your other performers. But then once you got on and you met everybody, were they welcoming to you?
Everyone was very helpful because they knew that I obviously had not been there, had not gotten the same rehearsal time. So everybody was very accommodating. At one point, my vocal director just told me like very conflicting things. Like, he's like, it's okay for Broadway cabaret stuff, like you'll get it. Like, we just need more time to practice. And then he got like upset with me the next day when I still didn't fully know it. And I was like, okay, but you're telling me conflicting things. But that was the only real like
And I'm sure they might be under pressure too to get the show together and all that good stuff. And they're getting frustrated on their end.
But I think that speaks to like how much of a pro that you have to be. We've heard this from all kinds of performers, vocalists, musicians, whatever, that you have to be able to come, get on that stage and have that experience to get through. Even if you don't know the material, you were just kind of placed there. So it's not like the audition process is very selective. And I think people have the impression that it's just they're taking whatever bar bands or vocalists, and it's because it's not just being able to sing songs, it's performance, it's dancing in coordination with a crew.